Maridel and Ma'am Jeannie, both my partners. The difference with the letter T, partner and partner. So we have to, on the occasion of trying to differentiate, but all are the same. So well
Well,
respected, well esteemed, and beautifully fuchsia. Fuchsia.
well, see, I thought the reason why you called me partner is because you were influenced by Hollywood westerns. I didn't know any other way.
Yes. When you try your hats, so there's always an association with cowboys or the car girls, cowgirls. So we're doing the rodeo, so to speak.
Well, one of these days I'll wear a cowboy hat. Anyway, it's I'm delighted to see everybody here. If you can open up your cameras, then we can get a better idea of who's here. So we got this. There we are.
Hi, Doc Joe. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening to everyone.
Yes. And good morning from me. I'm over here in the central time zone in the United States, and
Yes,
it
good
is
morning.
almost 6 a.m. Almost 6 o'clock in the morning.
Well, Jeannie, I'm later than you. I'm in the Orlando time zone, which is EDT. So I
Yeah,
had that extra hour.
I know. Isn't that wonderful? I've been up since 4. Such is my dedication to this project.
There you go.
In, in addition to which, I have an irritating cat that won't leave me alone. You got to go away and behave yourself.
You almost mispronounced the cat. I thought you said irritating partner. I told you to sleep last night early. We still talk to each other around 10 p.m. here, and you're still all and about and walking around with your cat.
I did go to bed at 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time, so I was a good girl.
Yes.
Okay. All righty. All righty. All righty. Okay. So I got your revision and I printed it out. Thank you, partner.
You're printing money there. And I
No,
didn't send any about monetary or currency, so don't print anything something that might be illegal. Anyway, Coach Tolan is your fellow American. I don't think that he will snitch on you.
No, I got her back. She's our treasure hostess to be on these events. So vibrant and beautiful every time. Shows up like magical Hollywood
Eh,
legend.
Yes, Coach Tolan, you always steal the thunder when you come back with those one-liners. You're going to put off even the darkness night with your
Well,
bright lights.
I appreciate the kind words and encouragement. Thank you so much.
There you go. I haven't seen Professor Raymond yet to say hello before we start. I think we're going to start now. Yes, almost.
Yes, supposedly, but he's the one going to record our conference. So you
All
just
right.
have to wait.
Sure.
Okay. So we have. So I think that Dr. Raymond is having problems with his computer. So, all right.
They mentioned we're now already live, so I think we can start now. You mentioned
Okay.
that we're already live. So I believe it's time. It's a go, do you think? It's a
I,
go?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go when you.
Yes. Okay, so the starting lineup, we already have it here, especially with the Michael Jordan around. And then, pardon me if MJ happens to be Michael Jordan and my favorite Chicago Bulls. Welcome to a session where imagination meets implementation. Today, we dive into the heart of innovation, exploring how pushing boundaries and embracing creative disruptions can catapult your business to unprecedented success. Get ready to challenge the status quo and unlock new opportunities with groundbreaking ideas and strategies that set you apart in the competitive business landscape. I'm Noli Calderon from the Philippines, and I'll be your host. Meet my beautiful, gorgeous, fuchsia dress, Madame Jeannie Rapstad from the United States, a dynamic international speaker, celebrated writer, and pioneering entrepreneur. As the visionary president of Jeannie Rapstad Enterprises Limited in Hammond, Indiana. Genie merges entertainment with education, offering unique programs, speaker coaching, and humor workshops through her acclaimed platform. That's why we click together. Acclaimed platform named Speech Genie. Her rich background, rich also in literary in the sense she's quite wealthy, includes impactful teaching as a former adjunct lecturer at Purdue University Northwest.
Oh, I have to laugh over that line about me being wealthy. No, I'm not wealthy. I'm just a lady with a hat budget. So thank you for that. But I really appreciate that kind introduction. It's an honor to host this event with you. Dr. Calderon is affectionately known as Sir Noli, and he's the esteemed vice principal of St. Mark Integrated School. He's a vanguard of innovative education. Noli is a decorated educator and a dynamic presence on the international stage, serving as a speaker, moderator, host, and trainer with organizations such as the Global Education Network, where he excels as the Deputy Director for Asia. His leadership extends to the arts as the music director of the Santa Cecilia Singers and spans various academic, civic, and cultural domains, enriching each with his expertise in real estate as a broker and an appraiser. To start our program today, we are excited to announce that we will begin with Professor Antonio G. Batad. He's an assistant professor at Cavite State University and vice president for international affairs at Raymond Benzuela Business Consultancy. He offers deep insights into the international relations and academic leadership. Please welcome Dr. Batad.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So, today, before I proceed, I would like to acknowledge the presence of our dear participants, guests of honor, and our lovely host, and most especially to our CEO, our dearest CEO, none other than Sir Raymond Bansuela. So today, it is with great pleasure and excitement that I welcome you to the 8th edition of the International Business Conference with the theme Breaking Boundaries, Innovating for Global Success. In today's fast-paced and ever-changing business environment, it is more important than ever. Changing business environment. It is more important for companies to think outside the box, push the boundaries of traditional business practices, and innovate to stay ahead of the competition. So, this conference aims to bring together industry experts, academics, and business leaders from around the world to share their insights, experiences, and best practices in navigating the global business landscape. I am confident that this conference will be a valuable platform for networking, exchanging of ideas, and learning from the best in the business. Together, let us break boundaries, innovate, and achieve global success. So today, I will greet this day with love in my heart. And most of all, I would love myself for when I do. I will inspect all things which enter my body, my mind, my soul, and my heart. Yes, today we're really excited to hear the message of our global speakers. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you, Professor Anton Batad. When you talk about uh, pushing boundaries, so when we talk about innovation, it is just not thinking outside the box. It's also redefining the box entirely. So when we talk about making a box, we figure out the box according to our liking. So we challenge the status quo for our business success. Thank you, Professor Batad. Next, we have a leader in academia and business consultancy, Professor Dr. Maridel Rafael Ambos, Professor 3 at Central Philippines University, and Vice President for Operations at Raymond Valenzuela Business Consultancy Services. His contributions have significantly illuminated the paths of educational and operational excellence. Let's welcome Professor Dr. Maridel Rafael Ambos.
Thank you, Dr. Lancio Calderon, the amazing, of course, host. Okay, together with, of course, your beloved partner. Hello, Philippines. Hello, amazing world. And good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good day to all. In more than, of course, 3 hours of outstanding presentations and discussions, and the opportunity to meet, of course, you virtually. It is a great honor as the Vice President to welcome you all as we start in this 8th International Business Conference, Breaking Boundaries, Innovating for Global Success. Let me express my deep appreciation to Professor Raymond Valenzuela, the workaholic and energetic president, for his leadership and tireless work. We could not have asked for any greater dedication or commitment. You accomplished much, and we thank you. I also want to thank you all, our esteemed speakers and guests, for your presence today. Your input, the exchange of ideas, and of course, the thoughts, okay, about the future opportunities for the business profession are what make a global congress. Ladies and gentlemen, as we move forward over the coming years, some things we do may make headlines, but most of the things we do will be more about shaping trend lines that will impact our universe for future generations. As Goethe once said, knowing is not enough, we must apply, and willing is not enough, we must do. We must not only consider what we are going to learn here tonight and have good intentions. We must also be intentional and, of course, take action. In this conference, we will hear different speakers. We will hear valuable information and different perspectives. Okay, there is so much to consider. I urge you to carry this experience with you, to participate, get involved, take action. Our choices and challenges and how we handle them will help shape the people we become and the profession we lead. Individually, we may be ordinary people, but together as we can accomplish extraordinary things. Thank you, mabuhay, and I salute you all.
Thank you very much for that very stirring encouragement. I really appreciated what you said about being intentional and take action, because otherwise we're just talking the talk. We're not walking the walk. So thank you very much for that. I'd like to introduce our next speaker at this time. Taking the stage now is Coach MJ Tolan, founder of Firepower Talent Partners Incorporated, and the World Class Academy of Excellence in Orlando, Florida, United States of America. He's an inspirational figure. He's a multi-award winning author, speaker, and pivotal partner of the International Business Conference Series. Let's welcome Coach Tolan.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Professor Raymond and Jeannie, Lolly, all of you who've come today to join us in this innovative conference to talk about change for the better and change for the future. One thing is certain, I believe, is that the only thing constant is change. And we've all learned that in our lifetimes, innovation has been, we have actually had front row seats. We've watched things come out of nowhere. Our cell phones, the way we watch television, the way that we stream media, all these things, space technology, it's just been amazing. And so the word innovation in my father's generation might have been a color TV. But in our generation, we wake up in the morning and somebody has invented a new app or come up with a new idea. So it's a very exciting time to be alive. And so I challenge, is my word of the day, I challenge our speakers who will ignite our audience today to remember this, that we are in a time and we are in a place where we can make a difference. And there are words which I learned many years ago in some companies before I got out on my own. And that was, hey, we've been doing it this way for 20 years. And if you hear that today, that that's how we do things and that's how we've been doing it for 20 years, get ready to run, because that's not the way you innovate. So here's my few little gems I just want to lay down for the conference, just things that I picked up along the way. Number one, innovation in an organization specifically is a mindset. It's a culture. And the only way that that culture will ever thrive is for the people within that organization, from the leadership down, to be made to feel safe, be made to feel like mistakes are welcome, because that's where we learn. What is the quote from someone who just tried to describe Thomas Edison? He tried over 9,000 times to invent the light bulb, so he failed 9,000 times. And Thomas Edison said, no, I've learned 9,000 ways not to invent the light bulb. So challenge your process with faith, with confidence, with authority, that no one has all the answers, but we all have the ability to search for them. And organizations who praise those people within their organization who will challenge their process, who will find ways to innovate. Doesn't have to be, they don't have to reinvent the light bulb or the wheel, but they might find a better way for a department to get from A to Z in a process. It could be as simple as how we print paper. It could be as simple as how we transport our workers from one place to another. Whatever it is, challenge the process. This is one of the tenets of the book, The Leadership Challenge, and I loved it. When I read this and I found, oh, yeah, that really makes sense to me. That speaks to me. And I think it's a great lesson for us all. So I know there's some great speakers here today, and I'm very, very pleased and honored to be here and to be one of the partners with Dr. Raymond. I'm going to say simply this: have the courage, have the faith. You don't have to have all the answers if you're the leader. You don't have to be the smartest guy in the room. You know, how many leaders are out there today saying, you know what? My job is to bring the smartest people together and let them play. And when they play, they can create. And when they create, they make wonderful things happen. So don't be afraid to innovate. Give empowerment to the people within your organization. Allow them to fail. Allow them to drop some eggs. The only way you're ever going to make omelets. And at the end of the day, go forward with courage, knowing that yesterday already happened. What can we do today to make things better? Thank you so much, everyone. Blessings.
Thank you, Coach MJ Tolan. So we have two takeaways from Coach MJ, other than being Michael Jordan of the business conference. We have when you failed 9,000 times, what is another mistake? So you fail forward. Every setback is a setup for an innovative comeback. And another one is when you have courage, you're going to encourage creativity at every level of your organization, my organization, our organization, and you can have great ideas. It can come from everywhere, from everyone. Thank you, Coach. Our next speaker. Uh, let us extend a warm welcome to Dr. Joseph G. Refugio, the Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of the Graduate School at St. Vincent College Incorporated in Dipolog City, Mindanao, Philippines. His extensive international involvement includes roles as a visiting lecturer in Southeast Asia, session chair and evaluator at major international conferences, and leadership positions such as the national president of the Philippine Council of Deans, being your second term, and educators in business and regional president of the Philippine Association for Graduate Education. Let's give it up to our dear friend, Dr. Joseph Refugio.
Thank you, Dr. Noli, and of course, your co-host, Madam Jenny. Ladies and gentlemen,